Hi guys, it's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, and we are going to do a quick card. Well, it's not that quick, but it's kind of quick. And then when we get done with this, we're going to take a look at my pre-order that came while I was in Huntsville yesterday. So I had a fun little box waiting for me, actually 2 boxes waiting for me when I got home. So let's take a look over here off to the side and make sure I'm actually, transmitting and stuff. We'll see where we're at with this. Hang on just a second. All right. Here we go. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We've got a little storming going on outside. Hopefully the internet will do us right. Oh, looks like we've got some folks. Hey Denise, hi Mary, hi Amy, hi Kathy. Appreciate you joining. Kind of a late notice on Facebook, so hopefully most of you saw on my blog post this morning so that you weren't caught unawares. I've been trying to be busy today, except I'm feeling a little bit, out of the loop. I don't know. It's hard to imagine. Thank you, Jean. I'm hoping it will be good and that I'll get used to it here pretty quickly. Hi, Paula. Great of you to join. Northwest Indiana, bright and sunny. Nice. Good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, Kathy, thanks. I guess eventually I'll stop thinking I need to find that second phone. Apparently, I am kind of hung up on it. Just apparently. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started and quit yakking so that we can get to what I know you really want to see, which is the sneak peek of the goodies from the 2019 catalog. So the card we're going to make today is a birthday card. Hey, Jean. Thanks, Kathy. That's what we're going to play with today. It uses the Band Together stamp set and the bundled detailed bands dies, which are really fun. Cut out some pretty bands that you can use to decorate your card front, as well as flowers and leaves and a couple of sentiment labels, which is always fun. There is actually very little fussy cutting. There's a little bit of fussy cutting on the band, and I'll show that to you, but the rest of it is all die cuts. All these pretty leaves and flowers are all die cuts. So there's the front, and then it's a birthday card. So on the inside, it's appropriate that it would say, wishing you happy birthday, I think. Otherwise, it would be weird. All right, so let's set this aside, and we'll set this aside and get commensurated, shall we? All right. Hi, Lenny from Michigan. Okay, I've got some things already cut out just to save us some time, but I think you'll be able to see how I did this. I've stamped some of the flowers from Band Together just by inking just the top and kind of using a paper towel to wipe off what I couldn't keep off the stem. So these are Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and I cut them with the die cut in the stamp set. This one you can see. And then I also cut some of the leaves. This leaf right here with this die cut to cut it out. I did 3 of those. And I also cut some of the more delicate leaves. This is shaded spruce. And I did a few somewhere here. Oh goodness. Hang on a second. My die cuts are going to get away from me again. I can feel it coming. They're in here somewhere. Okay, and I've got a band. And I've got maybe we'll be only using one of these leaves. What in the world? I know, oh, there they are. I see them. You little sneakies. These little leaves have legs. These little leaves have legs. And I went ahead just because, to save time. I mean, how many times do you want to watch me color a flower? I used my shaded spruce light and dark. Hey, Barbara. Hi, Marianne. Hey Karen and Janie, appreciate you joining. I used my light and dark shaded spruce blends to color the leaves. And, I used my really, really artistic self. I used the light one, and then I went around the edges with the dark one, and then I used the light one to blend it some more. But, it kind of works, so that's okay. And then I used the Rococo Rose blends for the flowers, and we'll color the third one just so you can kind of get an idea how I did that. So let's go ahead and do that right quick, like a bunya. Quick like a bunya. Yep, got home last night kind of late. It was actually... We just barely, okay, so before I get yakking, I'm going to use my light Rococo Rose, and I'm just going to color the whole flower, okay? We got home just in time. We got to the puppy tubs at like 6:40 to pick up the man. Fortunately, we were able to call our horse person, and she came and fed the horses at 6 and reset the cat bowls, so everything was hunky-dory when we got home, which was good because we were both tired. You know, it's a long drive, but it was good. We had such a good time on Saturday night with a couple of friends from my now previous job. They were previous folks who had worked in the office and then left actually a little bit ago, a couple of years each of them, but we've stayed friends, and so we had dinner with them and their wives at my favorite Vietnamese place in Huntsville. And then Wayne and I went and had some Handel's ice cream. If you've never had Handel's ice cream, look it up, Handels. And they do actually have places around the country. They're a chain, and they are magnificent, magnificent things. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. You can see on these flowers that I've got kind of 3 colors of Rococo Rose. So I'm going to take my dark Rococo Rose, and I'm just going to color some selected petals. Okay, some places where I would think it would, in my non-artistic brain, it might be a little darker than the other areas. So I'm going to color just a few of those, kind of here and there. Is there rhyme? No. Is there reason? No. It's just where it seems right. Somehow to me, the smaller ones, the ones in the back, seem like they should have dark. Ooh, can you hear some thunder? We're going to have a little thunder. All right. Hopefully Comcast will continue to provide internet even in the face of a storm. Okay, so there's the dark ones. And now I'm going to take my light one again, and I'm going to go over some more of the flower. Not all of the flower, just some more of the petals. And what that's going to do is give me that 3rd level of intensity here. Because you can get darker just by using the same light blend. Okay? And then I'm going to take my dark and I'm going to go right there like that. Because, you know, I know you expect me to be all artistic and say, well, there would be a little shadow there from the center of the flower. But I'm not going to say that because that is not me. It just isn't. I'm so sorry. Okay, and I'm going to call that good. I'm going to do one more around this little edge right here because I want to make the inner part look as light as I can. Now, if I wanted to, and if you want to, when you're coloring this, you could take your color lifter and run it across the center of your flower if you wanted, just to lighten that up even more. I'm not going to do that just because, you know, I'm going to be lazy. All right, now let's go ahead and make our card front right quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of mint macaron. Now this mint macaron is bigger than I want it to be because I'm going to emboss it. And then I'm going to cut it down to size. Thank you, Karen. I will attempt to neither rhyme nor reason so that you don't have to leave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big ink, this big stamp here from Band Together, and because it's so big, it's easier for me to lay it down and then ink it like so with my mint macaron pad. And then I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to stamp it a couple of times. First, I'm going to stamp like this. I'm going to give it a good push. I'm going to hold it down for a beat while I say, wow, I can't believe I'm retired. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to pick it up. And you can see that helped me get a nice outline. So now I'm going to ink it one more time. And I'm going to turn my... Oops, I just wiped off some ink with my big old finger. With my big old fat finger right there. Okay, I'm going to turn the cardstock just because it's a little easier. And then I'm going to... right there like that. And since I'm retired, I only have one phone. I cannot believe it. You know, it's been like 20 years, guys. truly 20 years, literally almost, since I have only had one phone to keep track of. I cannot hardly believe it. Okay, so that gets kind of a nice tone on tone look. And I think I'll close my ink pad just because I think that's the right way to go. It just seems like the right thing to do. And then I'm going to find my subtle teeth, which I appear to have lost. There it is. And I'm going to emboss this card front in the subtle dynamic teeth, like so. And I'm going to do that off screen, so hang tight. Now you'll remember I've told you that when I'm going to emboss a large panel and I want it to be a certain size, I make that panel larger than I need. I do what I'm going to do to it, and I emboss it, and then I cut it down because the embossing actually kind of stretches that paper, and it doesn't always do it symmetrically. So this also not only gets you the right size that you're looking for, but it also helps to be sure that you're straightening back up. So I'm cutting this down to 3 3/4 inches wide, and I'm going to cut off that far end, I think, that far side with my trimmer. And then I'm going to cut it down to 5 inches. We'll cut the top like this. 5 inches. Like so. All right. And then I'm going to use a little liquid glue. Yes, 20 years is a very long time to be without a second phone. And I can tell you what, that 20 years doesn't even include the times, the 3 or 4 or 5 years before that I was hooked to a BlackBerry. You know, back in the day, do y'all remember Blackberries? Blackberries. Not just for drug dealers anymore. I had a BlackBerry. And that was in the days when the BlackBerry would go off. They would pay. It wasn't a BlackBerry. It wasn't a BlackBerry. It was a pager. Oh, pager. See, I can't even remember the name anymore because it's so old. You get a pager, and then you had to find a payphone. Y'all remember payphones? When you actually had to have quarters, that the payphones didn't take credit cards. Y'all maybe remember those times. I think there's youngins today that don't remember payphones at all, and if they do remember payphones, they all had credit cards that worked. But no, I remember. And do you remember needing a phone number and somebody had always stolen either the entire yellow pages or the page of the person that you were attempting to find? Remember that? You know, remember the big telephone books on the chains? Yeah. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, you can see from my example, is I'm going to start dry fitting my leaves and my flowers and get them adhered to the card front. Well, let me show you one more thing before we get going, because that way we'll be all ready to go. So before you joined, I cut out the smaller of the 2 bands with mint macaron, and I saved the inner large piece, okay? So then what I did is I just took some liquid glue. Payphones and pagers. Yes, ma'am. The president of the U.S. carried a BlackBerry. Yes, he did. He did. It was kind of a new thing. He did. At the time that he was carrying a BlackBerry, I was still carrying a BlackBerry. It took him quite a long time to go to iPhones in my office. So all I'm doing is just some little dabblies of liquid glue on the edges, and I'm not doing it on the bands. Maybe you can see that. I'm just doing on the kind of delicate portion. And I am adhering it to a solid piece of mint macaron. Now, you may think this is hard, but it isn't, and it's certainly not as hard as attempting to put all those little die cuts back in. And I'll tell you what, I thought about that because I had all the die cuts, but I decided what I wanted was this kind of relief looking instead of the solid look. Look how this is going to look when you put this back in. See how that's solid? So I decided I wanted the relief there instead of solid. So that's why I put it on like that. And then I'm going to just take some liquid glue and put that large die cut back in. Okay. They certainly were necessities. And do you recall the fact that there was never ever a payphone where you were when your pager went off? I certainly do recall that. And did anybody ever accidentally drop their pager in the toilet? I'm not going to say I did, but I totally did. At least once. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not cutting. You see I have the band not adhered, so I'm not cutting it out. I'm going to take it off so that that's only a single layer. And you're going to see why. Now all I'm doing, I hope you can see it, is I'm just cutting around the outline of my band. So pretty easy. And I'm kind of going quick. I'll come back and fix it up. It's not terribly critical that it be perfect. It can kind of go inside the die cut a little bit. All we're doing is reestablishing that edge. So it's pretty easy. Even Amy can do it. Come on, Amy, you could do this if you needed to. All right, there we go. And this is going to give me a nice, I looked at putting this over my flowers and leaves without the solid back, and I just hated how it looked. I did not like it at all. I don't like green eggs and ham either. Okay, so then I'm going to go under here like so. And we'll just get that tidied up under there. So that was what necessitated putting it on this solid piece, because I wanted the band on there, but I really didn't want to see my leaves and flowers behind it. It got too busy and I just didn't like it, okay? So since it's my card, I decided to make this a solid band. Yeah. And since I'm a retiree, I now do what I want. Well, yeah, I totally did that even before I was retired, but now I can say I'm a retiree. I can do what I want. I am a retiree, people. Oh my goodness. But we had a really good lunch on Friday. It was very nice. People said all of the obligatory nice things. It was really quite nice. Other than the fact that I was at the front of the table. There were a lot of people there. I was surprised. I was at the front of the table, and that is uncomfortable for me. That's not a thing that I like. I don't mind being in front of people when I am talking and doing stuff like, you know, this, or like demonstrating it on stage. Those kinds of things don't bother me, but sitting up there while people talk about me, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Never have, never will. Don't like birthday parties where I'm the person. I just don't. Okay, so that's done. Let me get rid of some trash before I throw away some die cuts I meant to keep. Like that would ever happen. And then we're going to start dry fitting. Okay, so our sentiment is going to go on this band like so, and it's going to go roughly there. So I'm going to put some flowers and leaves behind it. All right. So we're really just making a collage. You know how I feel about collages. I like them. I'm a collage girl. No doubt about that. I am a collage girl. We'll go like this. Then maybe we'll have one here. Let's put a leaf down here. Like that. Maybe another leaf here. And then a flower there. Like so. And let's put a leaf here, one of these leaves here. We'll put that out like that. So, you know, you're just really kind of putting it until it seems like it's right? I mean, you know, it's going to be different every time pretty much, but that's okay. I think, you know, have you ever seen two flowers exactly like? I'm pretty certain they're like snowflakes where they're different every time. Pretty sure. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So that looks good. Now, if my phone was not occupied doing this video, what I would do when I got this pretty, how I liked it, is I would take a picture of it so that I could pick it back up and put it back down the way I have it. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to take it how it comes. Because, you know, what's the worst that could happen? It'll be a card that isn't exactly how it was when I put it together. And that won't be terrible. We'll be okay. All right, so there we go. I think that's about right. So let's go ahead and start adherating these things, because I need to get moving along, or you're not going to get to see much. Or we're going to be here for 6 hours if you really do actually want, if you do actually want to see all of the holiday goodies. It's going to take a minute, because I'm not going to say that I have taken a page out of Amy Kunder's book, but I have taken a page, actually almost every page, out of Amy's book. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I bought a ton. I think there's about 5 things I didn't buy. And there are things that I just might not buy at all. I don't even know whether I will or not. Just don't even know if I will or not. No, don't know. And we probably won't know until I either do or don't. All right. Yeah, Sue, I gotcha. I don't want a birthday party. God knows, I really, really, really don't want one of those places where they come and they clap and they sing and they carry on. And oh my God, I don't want that. I just really, really don't. Look, I missed a leaf. So yes, it was very uncomfortable for me to be sitting up there, but I managed to do it. I got over myself and drove on, and I got some fun little gifts. I got a nice signed picture, which is obligatory. And I actually got a model of our airplane, which was pretty amazing. That doesn't happen very often, so I was tickled by that. So I'll put it up with my C5 airplane picture, or model that I have. All right, let's put some flowers down here, like that. Oh, the rumbly is getting rumbly. I think it's just talking to us. It was fun. We were coming, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Alabama at all, but Guntersville is a very pretty spot between us and Huntsville, and it crosses the Tennessee River. It's beautiful. It's really, I would love to live there. I could live in Guntersville really easy if I could find a place where I could see the lake and have my horses. That would be okay with me. But anyway, we were coming through, and boy, it just came a downpour. A downpour. All right, and here's our last flower with little liquid glue. You're all for a long video? Are you already making Christmas cards, Mary? Oh my goodness. I'm impressed by that. I am impressed by that. Jean, you know what? I had the set of black dimensionals yet from, it was one of our pillow gifts on the cruise. I'm just holding this right now, so I'm going to yak while it does its thing. It was one of our pillow gifts, and I've still got them. That is not to say that they will not be on my list. I thought I would try to control my spending, so I kept from buying another pack of black dimensionals. I drew the line at another pack of black dimensionals. All right, I think that's ready. So speaking of dimensionals, let's put some on our band here. And then we'll put it on the card front. Okay, now I'm going to use some glue dots to adhere the band part around the back. Okay, take my little covers off. And then we're going to center that up. I'm center it a little bit higher. Okay. And then I'll put a glue dot on the back of each of these, same way as I do ribbons, but you know, these are cardstock ribbons. And then you just kind of fold that around like that. Fold that around like that. Boom, chakalaka. Boom, chakalaka. Okay. And then I'm going to, before I do something goofy, I'm going to take, now this was the sentiment from Band Together. Yeah, I got to be frugal now. Yeah. Yes, you're right, Sue. That one extra set would have broken the bank. Hey, Melissa. So I stamped this in Rococo Rose, and then I cut it out with the oval shape that's in the detailed bands dies. It's very handy because it's got a couple of sentiments. And now I'm going to take my Rococo Rose Stampin' Right marker and just add some faux stitches like this. I don't know why. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I liked how it kind of finished. To me, it kind of finished the sentiment up a little bit. You could probably also use a stitch shape framelits if you wanted to, but I wanted to just use what was in the die set. Besides that, if you use the stitch shape, you get little black stitches, and I think it's cool to have little Rococo Rose stitches like that. All right, now I'll take a little liquid glue and adhere the sentiment. Hello, got bold a strike on that one. And we're gonna just, we should do it right side up. Just saying. All right, so we'll put that on like so. And while he sits and thinks about it and gets all dry, I will tie a little linen thread bow just as soon as I find my little spool of linen thread. Who would think that would be so hard to find? Well, here's one. Here's some linen thread. Here's some linen thread. Oh, I see it. It's hiding under there. So we'll just tie a little bow of linen thread like so. Little bit different, better bow. Little bit or better bow. Little bitty better bow. Like that. All right. Okay. And then we're going to cut that. No, that was here, Karen. It's thundering here. So apparently my microphone on my phone is working quite adequately. All right, and now I'm just going to take a little dab of liquid glue right here and put this bow right there on it. And then I'm going to set it aside just so it can dry without being perturbed. You don't like to perturb your bows, okay? I'm just saying. Alrighty, now let's get our Whisper White innards and another sentimente. How about not that one? How about not that? How about this one? Here we go. Okay, wishing you a happy birthday. We're going to stamp it in Rococo Rose. Thank you. Thank you, Tonya. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad I was able to persuade you. All right, and we're going to just, I'm going to make sure that I still have a straight stamp. Yep. And then we're going to get my hair out of the way so that you can see. And if it's crookedy, oh well. Nope, that's okay. Thanks, Lenny. Alrighty, now we're going to do one more little bitty bit. A little bitty bit. Here we go. I'm just going to clean that off because I've momentarily forgotten what the last thing was that I stamped with. I think it was mint macaron, but one never knows with me. Alright, and then I'm going to ink this up. Now, even though I'm not going to use the whole image, it's a whole lot easier to just ink the whole image and then not use all of it than it is to ink part of the image and then not use enough of it. Did that make sense? Ink the whole image so that you don't inadvertently not get your inked image on your panel. Okay, so I've inked that up. Just disregard. I know what I'm saying. You should just figure it out. And then I'm going to stamp it off once like that. And then we'll stamp it in the corner like this. Okay, and that's all we need to do with that. And we'll put it on its shaded spruce mat. And then we'll get it going and we'll be done-ski. And then we're gonna play with our catalog. Okay, you can see I cut out my shaded spruce green leaves from the middle of my mat for the inside. You could also use the middle of your mat for the card front. And now we're going to put it inside our Rococo Rose card base. Hi, Patricia. Thank you, Lenny. All right. Isn't Rococo Rose and Shaded Spruce kind of perfect together? You can see I used a little bit different dimension on this so that I'd have a bigger frame of the Rococo Rose to kind of pull that color out. And now we will take our card front, and I'm going to trim my little bow there a little bit. Those are a little too sassy for me. Put this down and dimensionalize this thing. And no, I will go back to work before I start skimping on Stampin' Dimensionals. That just isn't gonna happen. I mean, come on, people. There's just a line that has to be drawn, and that's it. Alrighty. See, now if I was, you know, guys, sometimes I wonder where my brain goes. I was just sitting here thinking, you know, if I was Hermione Granger, I could just wave my wand and all those Stampin' Dimensional covers would just fly right off of there. There'd be like a Stampin' Dimensional spell. Dimensionalatus. There, that would be it. Dimensionalatus. And then everything would just become ready to be sticky. All right, there's that. So let's make an envelope quick. An envelope right quick like a bunny. You will never teach me one day. You know what, Amy? When you learn to fussy cut nicely and happily, then I will cut my dimensionals in half. Which means I will never cut my dimensionals in half. All right, now for my card front, I'm going to do again the stamped off flower. And I'm going to stamp it on the corner here. One more time. Stamp it off. Okay. And then the final one is going to be on the back. It was too hard, that's why I wasn't doing it. Too hard. And stamp it off once. And then stamp it across my envelope flap. See what I meant? Uh-huh. That's right. Craft supplies are a necessity. The husband can go out and forage for vegetables in the garden. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little trick here. After I close that, I'm going to take my Minta Macaron Stampin' Right marker. Okay, you see how I've got these gaps? I'm going to take the fine tipped edge end, and I'm just going to think about putting color in there. Just think about putting color in there. Think about it. Not put color in there. Just think about putting color in there. And there you have a flower that's complete enough that no one will ever know. All right, and there's your card, people. All right, one each, band together, and the bundled detailed bands, wishing you a happy birthday. Okay, now we are going to quickly tidy up here so that I have a little space to show you what I want to show you today. So let me just do a little bit of tidying up, okay? Because there's a lot to see. And I did my bestest to get it all organized, but yeah. So cut me just a little slack. And we will get through this together. We will get through it together. You see how I'm organizing? By just shoving everything out of the way. Yes, it's how I organize, and it's a problem. It is a problem. There is no doubt. I have some difficulties with organizing. Okay, now here is my thought process. Off to the side, I'm going to have the catalog. I'm going to make as darn sure as I can that you can't see the inside of it so that I don't get in trouble. Okay, but that I thought would be a really good way to show you the goodies, okay? Now, we're going to start with the sweets. And the reason we're going to start with the sweets is because it's going to be some foreshadowing for some of my special bundles, okay? Yes, Tanya, I hope it is how we all organize, by just shoving things willy-nilly out of the way. All right, when you guys get your catalog next week, you will find the first suite is the Toile Tidings. That's T-O-I-L-E, pronounced Toile, not toile, not toilet, not toilette. Toile Tidings, and it's got 2 bundles in it. Let me pull this up so that I can get to them. It has 2 bundles. The Toile Christmas bundle is the one that you've all seen and oohed and awed over with the cardinal. And it has a matching die set called Christmas Cardinal. And you can see it's going to cut out this berries and leaves, and it's obviously going to cut out the bird. Going to have a few extra leaves and some twirly-doos and banners and banner. So you'll be able to stamp your May Your Days Be Merry and Bright and Christmas wishes, and then cut everything out and use it for your card front. All right. Then the second bundle in this suite is called Tidings All Around, and it's got a beautiful wreath and some leaves, and it has a matching set called All Around Wreaths. All right, so you can see it's going to stamp out this stamped wreath, and it's also going to cut out a very wonderful detailed leaves. And then it's got some boughs that it'll cut, and also some other woodsy kinds of accents. So I love it. And here's a fun fact. Buy this bundle, and when you buy the bundle, at the same time, look towards the back of the catalog on page 59 and pick up Seasonal Wreaths, because this one also coordinates with the Wreaths All Around set. Okay, so All Around Wreaths, Tidings All Around, and Seasonal Wreaths go together like peanut butter and jelly. All right, so let's put that away and see a little bit more of this suite. We've got 2 papers in this suite. The first one I showed you when I first got back from the cruise is the Toile Tidings DSP. And it's wonderful. It's in, oh boy, it's garden green. I think it's garden green. Yeah. Garden green, real red, and vanilla. Okay. It's got some wonderful designs, like so. Got stripes in real red and green. Got some leaves and berries. Got some woodland animals. Got some skaters and barns. And snowmen, and then it has some buffalo check and some sleighs. Okay, but there's also another paper in this, and this is the Toile Tidings gift wrap paper. Now this is real red. You get 4 big pieces, and it's 2 feet by 3 feet. Okay. Each one of these pieces of paper is 2 by 3, so you get 1 in the berries and leaves and 1 in the stripes, all in the real red and vanilla. So that's kind of fun, and this is quite lightweight. So this will wrap very nicely, and it's clear. Plain on the back side. Okay, all right. So that is that. And then there are a couple of embellishments. We've got the Toile Tidings glitter enamel dots in real red and garden green. I don't know about you, but I'm a fan of glitter dots. And we have 2 ribbons. One is a 1-inch wide real red ruched ribbon. And then this is a garden green and white or very vanilla striped ribbon. Okay, and it is 3/8 of an inch wide. Okay, so that is the Toile Tidings bundle. Let me set it aside in my ever so organized area here so that I don't, screw up. I dread screwing up. Okay, now I'm gonna pass some stamp sets and bundles, and we're gonna get to the next suite, which is the Wrapped in Plaid suite. Are you guys ready? Here we go. All right, the Wrapped in Plaid suite is anchored by the Perfectly Plaid stamp set with its beautiful Christmas trees and the Tree Builder punch. Actually, this is the Pine Tree punch. I should fix that right this minute because I'm going to mess it up. Pine Tree punch, like that. Okay? And there's some very pretty shaded spruce and gold ribbon. And are you ready for the DSP? I know you are. I know you've been waiting for the DSP because it says plaid in the name. This is 6x6 DSP. One side is plaids and stripes, and the other is a design for Christmas. So we'll just step through. Here's design number 1, front and back, like that. Number 2, front and back. Look at that beautiful green and Night of Navy plaid. Oh my gosh. Here we have cherry cobbler and shaded spruce. Isn't that pretty? With a gold stripe. Some cherry cobbler dots and another beautiful plaid with a smaller plaid design, still with the gold stripe in it. Can you see the gold foil? Yeah. All right, we got some trees. And surprisingly, another plaid. Ooh, that's pretty. Love that. Are you guys making cards in your head as I'm going through this paper? I think you are. I think you are. Here we go. Another cherry cobbler and some shaded spruce and cherry cobbler with a bigger design with that plaid, the gold. These are shaded spruce pine cones. Can you see that in the camera? It looks like you can. And then kind of a traditional plaid. Oh, that's pretty. Traditional plaid on that side. Got some stripes. You get a lot of pretty designs in this paper, don't you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to have to really work hard to use that. Well, no, that's not true because there's some really great paper in this. Actually, you know what, guys? This is maybe the best catalog I've seen in a hot minute. Really, really love everything in it. I'm not even a Halloween person, and I love the Halloween stuff. And I know that some people don't, but I really do. All right, there's another plaid and then some kind of stylized snowflakes. Some dots and a red and gold plaid. And finally, another stripe design and another plaid, which I think is awesome that there's so many plaids in paper called Wrapped in Plaid. I think that's critical. All right, let's put this back and set it aside. All right, hang on. Hanging on. All right. Our next suite is Let It Snow. Now this one, I've actually already inked this one. I've got a card that I'm going to show you on Monday, and I think you're going to love it because I think I know you guys pretty well now. Okay, here it comes. This is a big set. It's a big set. Hang on a minute. Here we go. All right. Now, this one is anchored. It's got 2 bundles again. First, we have Snowman Season, which has some of the most adorablest snowman images ever and really, really fun sentiments. And a Snowman Builder Punch. Oh my goodness. How fun. Okay, you ready though? But wait, there's more. There's something I think many of you have been waiting for. Here we go. the Tiny Keepsakes bundle, and the mini curvy keepsake die set. Woohoo! I know you've been looking to have this back, and now it is. Here's the trick, though. This is a single die right here. Single die. Oh, that's bad news right there. Okay. Anyway, you just cut it out once and then use the tabs to put it together and you're ready to go. And then it's got all sorts of additional dies to help you decorate and make fun gifts. One of everything, please. Yes, ma'am. Can do. Pam, thank you so much for the card, by the way. I got it and it's gorgeous and I appreciated it very much. Jean, I appreciated yours as well. Okay, so that's Tiny Keepsakes. Notice that you've got some plaids and stripes so that you can stamp your cardstock ahead of time. And then cut your curvy keepsakes out and cute little tag sentiments. All right, this one has a embossing folder. Let me see if I can help you see it a little bit. There you go. This is the winter knit folder. Can you see that with the pretty? It looks like it's crocheted or knitted, like a cable knit sweater. Very pretty. All right. Real red, if you like, whoopsie. Real red glimmer paper's back. Always fun at Christmas time. And then we have the Let It Snow DSP. Hang on, let me find where the opening is. Just so you know, speaking of paper, I've got my shares all ready. They will post tomorrow. So if you've been waiting for paper and embellishment shares, the time is coming. All right, this is a specialty paper. You're going to get 12 sheets. There are 6 designs, front and back. And you can see one side has glitter. So there's little glittery accents on one side. And then the other side is a solid without any glittered accent. And then this is let's see, what we coordinate here is basic black, blueberry bushel, coastal cabana, flirty flamingo, real red, shaded spruce, and whisper white. So those are the colors of this. You get some real pretty sparkly snowmen, and on the back is like real red snow. You can see what I used for my card, a little foreshadowing there. And here we've got some top hats and knit hats with glittery in it. Can you see that? There we go. On the other side, some more adorable little snowmen dudes and a little snow girl. I can tell it's a snow girl. Not sure how, but I'm pretty sure. And some stripes, and then more snowmen, and some mittens, and a pretty stripe. Fun, huh? Fun little, fun paper. I really like this paper a lot. I would probably never have thought that Pool Party or Coastal Cabana would go with red and make such pretty Christmas paper, but I'm learning. Does the snowman hat die fit the hats on the DSP? Well, let's look and see. You know, since we're here, I haven't checked. Let's see. Wouldn't that be a handy kawinkada-dinkada? Oh, look at that. Sure enough, you can cut out the top hat with the punch. Cool, huh? Yay! And yes, it's a punch. It has little arms to punch, and the snowman, and the hat, and a schnoozle, a carrot schnoozle. All right, let's put this aside because I want to show you the very last piece of this, and it is so fun. Remember me showing you, I can show you the front of the catalog. Remember me showing you the front here? These little adorable tags. You might see something similar to that on Monday. You can see I have some pieces and parts missing. These are the little snowman parts. They're enamel and they're sticky. So you've got arms, you've got carrots, you've got big coal eyeballs and little coal eyeballs. And then in your Coastal Cabana, garden green, shaded spruce, real red, and flirty flamingo, You've got mittens and scarves and hats that just punch out. They're felt, and you can glue them and adhere them right onto their card front. Also got some sparkly washi tape and snowballs of various sizes. You got some big ones and some medium ones and some small ones. Oh yes. Yeah, you're gonna get this set, Tanya. It's too cute. It's too cute not to. That is the problem. It's too darn cute, and it comes in a darling little box that you can use to gift somebody something. All right, let's set this aside. Hang on, I'm running out of set-aside spots. Just a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, the next suite up. The Night Before Christmas suite. Hang on, you guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. This is the one that has got Memories and More with it. Okay? So first, let's look at the bundle, which is the centerpiece. We've got Holly Jolly Christmas with a Totes Adorbs Santa Claus. And we've got May the Magic of Christmas Reach You This Year. Love Santa, Believe. And may your heart be filled with the love of the season. And then we have some dies. Look at these. All right. Here is To Be Jolly. Here is Tis the Season. And then you've got Santa and his reindeer and the big Santa that it cuts out, and some stockings and some tags and the little gift right there like that. Fun. I do love word dies. Do you guys love word dies as much as I love word dies? I am a huge fan of word dies, and especially ones like that. So that's cool. Okay. Now, let's look at the paper. This is kind of old-fashioned paper. It strikes me as European, okay? And I like it. It's maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. I like it with the kind of crushed curry colors. Let's see, the colors that it coordinates with are Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Poppy Parade, Pretty Peacock, and Very Vanilla. So kind of a wide range of colors that you can play with, which is fun. And we're just going to kind of go through there. I like this one a lot. Looks like a Christmas tree lot with the lights hanging over the top of the trees. That's fun. And you get there's 48 sheets in a pack, right? And you get 4 sheets of each of the designs. So 4 sheets of each design, which is fun. There's the crushed curry coming out, and Santa and his reindeer. Don't miss that one. And some wavy stars, just a geometric pattern, and some Christmas lights, and some candy canes on Pretty Peacock. Now, who would have thought of that for Christmas paper? But it's so pretty. It works really well. I like that. Some presents, and some more geometric shapes, and some ornaments, and some hats. Oh, I missed one. Here's a crumb cake design. Looks like tin tile. And then these Santa hats. Some dots. Stockings. Stripes. And these little guys remind me of a candle holder my mom gave me one year. Actually, a pair of candle holders. And some more stripes and trees and more of that tin tile. So this is fun paper. We'll set that aside for a second. Now, let's look at the Memories and More. Now, I haven't even looked at the Memories and More card pack yet. Here's a tip. You can use a wood, or actually, this one would probably even fit in a standard size stamp case. But this is a good way to hold on to your Memories and More cards when you've opened up the pack. So let's just kind of take a quick look through here to see what there is. We won't look at everything, but get kind of a feel. Ho, ho, ho. See, I love these because you could just cut that down, mat it, put it on a card front, and you'd be ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. And there's that cute little Santa. Nope, too big to cut with the die, but that's okay. What's on the back of Santa? 'Tis the season. See, perfect card front. Boom, bada boom, you're done. And you get a bunch of these. Boy, there's several of those in there. That's nice. So you can make multiples of a card. And then, of course, you've got the small ones, the small cards to go on your card front. And look at that. That is very, very cool that you get so many of the same set. I'll show you why I like those. Because look at that. Instant card front. And you can do that 3 times with just that design alone. Isn't that fun? And then you've got the North Pole Santa's Air Post. That's fun. Warmest Wishes. And then the other set, We Believe in Santa, Happy Everything, Merry Always. I like that. To Santa at the North Pole. And then kind of geometrics on the other side. And, of course, because it's a Memories and More pack, you've got some stickers. What size are the smaller cards? I'm sorry if I'm missing questions, guys. I'm sorry. I'll end up taking the bird off my list. I still have the other 2 cardinals. Santa. All right, so these are 3 by 4. Perfect for card front size, especially if you like making angled fronts like I do. Here we have some stickers. Okay, and these are all the same. So those are really, I like these a lot. This is a great Memories and More set. Really like it. And it's got Memories and More, Memories and Night Before Christmas, Memories and More cards and envelopes. And these are great. These are just really quite great. These are the envelopes. Aren't they pretty? And then check out the cards. How great are those? I mean, seriously, with these and that Memories and More card pack, you could just go crazy and never pull any ink out and be ready to rock and roll. So I'm just saying, this is a great set. You just need to mark it. When you get your catalog, mark it as ready to go because you're going to want it. Okay. And the final couple of pieces, there's some other things in here. We've got this really pretty cherry cobbler striped ribbon and some real red, it's actually, this isn't in this, sorry, it's not in this one. This is the one that goes with this suite, the cherry cobbler and striped. Okay? All right. See you, Karen. You can watch the replay tomorrow. It'll all be online, assuming that, Facebook doesn't drop me. Okay. So that was the Night Before Christmas suite. Let's see what we got next. Oh, here we go. Brightly Gleaming. Hang tight. Hold your horses. Hang on. Oh, did I mention? I forgot to show you. Oh, well. There's also, with the snowman set, there's some puff paint. There's puff paint with the snowman set. Where is that snowman set? With his puff paint. His puff paint disappeared. His puff paint took a ride on the Get Out of Town Express. So just trust me, there's puff paint. All right. Now, this is the Brightly Gleaming set. And it is anchored by the Christmas Gleaming stamp set and a punch pack. This is the Gleaming Ornaments punch pack. It comes with 2 when you purchase it, and they punch out the stamped images in the stamp set. So that's cool. You get the hammered metal embossing folder. Straight up, the jury is still out on this one. Not sure how this is going to look, but willing to give it a shot, right? Some pretty copper stars with stickum. These are foil elements. You get 5 sheets. They've got 10 elements on each sheet, so you get a lot. These are non-sticky, so you're gonna need to adhere them with glue or a little bit of snail or however you'd like to do it. And then there's some pretty Merry Christmas ribbon. Merry Christmas. It's only printed on one side in copper. And then you have the beautiful Brightly Gleaming DSP with its copper accents. Here we go. This is another one where you get 12 sheets, 2 sheets of each design, and there's front and back on each design. You can see one side has copper foil accents and the other is plain and a little more subdued. I love this one. That pretty peacock with the Night of Navy is beautiful. And then the flip side, well, I'm out of order now, but you'll get the gist here in just a second. Oh, now I'm back. And here's some pretty peacock again with the copper. And then the flip side is pretty peacock and vanilla. Some old olive and copper. And then the flip side is the old olive and Night of Navy and pretty peacock stars. Sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry. And then the final design is, well, to me it looks like something from Star Trek. Not Star Wars, Amy, Star Trek. And then some stripes on the other side. All right, so that's very pretty paper. Gonna have some fun, till our daddy takes the credit card away. Which is what I'm pretty sure the Beach Boys meant to sing when they sang that song. All right, let's see where we're at. I think I know what's next. Are you excited? Are you excited? Ooh, it's the Feels Like Frost Suite. Here we go. Here we go, Fibber. You're gonna love it. That's not it. Feels like frost. Here we go. Okay, hang on just a second. Sorry. All right, let's see. All right, so the Feels Like Frost Suite. First off, it's got a couple of embellishments that I think you're going to like. We have Shimmery Crystal Effects, which is a... Mary, don't ask me these questions, okay? Just don't even ask, please. This is a glue that you can use, and it has silvery sparkles in it. So you can just use it with... It's got a fine tip, and you can just use it to outline things. And you could also use it to stick on some ice Stampin' glitter. So, pretty. Okay, and then there's some Seaside Spray. Now, really, Seaside Spray, who would have thunk it? Kind of a metallicized, it's 3/8 of an inch, no, it's 1/4 of an inch wide, metallicized Seaside Spray. And then here is the anchor piece, the Frosted Foliage stamp set, and look at that die. Look at that die. Going to be able to cut out a center image with the outside die. Very much, there's a similar die in the annual catalog, but it isn't going to coordinate correctly with these. So this middle die here is going to cut out your large sentiment very nicely. Some sparkly snowflakes and a little bit of fun paper. And now, you ready, folks, for the pièce de résistance of this suite? I'm going to sit down for this because it's that good. Now, again, this is 48 sheets. You get 4 sheets of each design, and they're all front and back. So here's our first design. Some silver with some berries in white on the front. And then on the back, you get some snow-covered boughs on a sparkly snow background. Next up, some white dots on silver. And on the back, some frosty wildflowers with crystal ice on them. These are photos, folks. Photos of real things. Then we've got some silver berries and leaves. And some more frosty leaves in the photo motif. Some looks like dandelions on silver. And then look at the pussy willows, you guys. Look at the pussy willows in the with the ice crystals on them. Now these are not, they're not dimensional. This is flat paper, okay? So easy to work with. It's the same kind of design but reversed with the white background and silver, and then more with the bokeh look of the sun coming through. Some pine boughs in silver, and then look at this paper on the flip side of that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, seriously, cut this to a card front, put a sentiment on it, done. Just like that. Some silver snowflakes on white, and some dandelions that somehow managed to, well, they're not really dandelions. They're some kind of wildflower covered in ice crystals. Yes, it does remind me too of the scenic scenery paper from years past. Some more silver, And look at that. Beautiful. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All right. Some berries and silver. And see the little bits of purple in there? Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Some Highland Heather in this set. All right. Some more snowflakes. And pine boughs with a little pine cone right in the middle, covered in snow. All right. Silver stripes. And more ice-covered wildflowers. Oh, and this one, possibly my favorite in the entire paper, with this purple in there. I just think that is spectacular. Think how pretty that would be with some silver accents on that and just a sentiment. Yes, hashtag enabler. You're welcome. All right, we're gonna set this aside. Are you guys still with me? You still okay? Do you want me to stop, or do you want me to keep going? I promise you, I'm not at the end of what I got. I'm sad to say. I'm really sad to say. I know it. I may have to go back to work, Pam. It's true. Okay, I got to get a drink because I'm getting thirsty. This is the 7th inning stretch, people. All right. Now, the next suite moves us into the fall of the year with the Come Together suite. All right. It's anchored by the Gather Together stamp set and the Gathered Leaves dies. Now, these are fun, these in particular, because they cut and they also emboss that beautiful design and dimension onto the leaf as you're cutting it, and then this large die cuts this leaf here that's stamped, and then you've got your pumpkins and some wonderful fall sentiments. I'll go through the paper really quick because we went through that right after my cruise. Very fall oriented paper with some crumb cake and soft suede, Cajun craze, old olive, pool party, pumpkins, plaid, wheat. Pretty standard stuff. Beautiful paper. Love it. You've got a ribbon combo pack with some pretty woven ribbon and Cajun craze linen thread. And then you've got the tags and feathers elements, which are fun wooden elements. You've got large and small feathers, and then wooden tags that you can actually stamp on or write a name or whatnot, and they each have holes in them, so you can run a piece of twine through or linen thread or whatever and use them as tags for gifts. So these are fun. All right, we have one more suite, and then if you can stand it, we'll talk about individual stuff, okay? Now, I told you I was really loving the Halloween stuff in this catalog, and it's true. I'm really not a Halloween person. It's just not my role. It's just not my role. But I just love everything that's in it. So here we go. All right, now, oops. Wait a minute. All right. I have a die set that's gone amok, a miss. Oh no, it's right there. It's hidden from me. All right, so here is our stamp set. Spooktacular Bash. How cute is he? How cute is that? I mean, seriously cute stuff. I like Halloween that's cute. I'm not a big fan of scary Halloween, but I like cute Halloween. And check out the dies. This is the Ornate Frames die. And obviously it cuts these images, but guess what else it cuts? It cuts the images in this paper. How fun is this paper? I love this paper. I love this pepper. The little bats with the writing. I love how they've got the scripty writing back there. Makes it all elegant. How do you make Halloween elegant? Well, you have like that. And look at the die that goes with. It's called Stylish Scroll, very much like this paper. Ooh, some haunted mansions. Yes, they would, Alicia. Very much so. And then, who remembers Clue? This reminds me of Clue. It was Mr. Mustard in the drawing room with the rolling pin. Ha ha ha. Now look at this. Okay, now I'm sorry, but this right here, that's not right. That's just not right. And this isn't right either. I don't like that right there. That's like a salamander or something. That's yucky. That's, yeah. And then some wallpaper. Looks like wallpaper in the Disney Haunted Mansion to me. Yep, you betcha, Tanya. You are absolutely right. Look at this. I love this. It's a sexy ghoul lady. It's a sexy vampire lady. And another sexy lady. And it's Frankenstein. And this is just cute. Oh, look. Now, tell me she doesn't look like that cartoon character Brave person, but with Halloween. Like, gone scary. Like a zombie Brave heroine. And some spy webs, some scary books. Obviously, those are potions. And, the news, everybody's news. So I love the paper. I love the stamp set and dies. Who wouldn't? It has a really very fun set of enamel shapes. You've got ravens and skulls and tombstones. And then up there under the thingy bobber are dots, just dots, okay? And then you've got some lacy black ribbon. And check these out. Check these out. No, they do not have the little spider embellishments, but if you will wait 1 second when we get to the stuff that's not necessarily associated with sweets, I'm going to show you a cute thing that I think you will like. I wish they did have the spider embellishments back, because those are cute. These are coffin treat boxes. And you get bottoms and you get tops. And they're all pre-scored with flaps. And you put them together with glue. And you can put little treats in these coffins. How cute are those? The answer you're looking for is not blowing in the wind. The answer you're looking for is those are ridiculously cute, Mary. Ridiculously cute. Okay. All right. That is the end of the sweets. Now, you guys want to see a la carte stuff? Or are you done for the night? That's my question to you. I will wait 2 seconds to take an informal poll. Keep going or stop. It's up to you guys. I'm waiting. I have a keep going. Okay, I'm going to take it as keep going. All right. We're going back to the front of the catalog, but I'm really going to do it from my box of goodies here. Hopefully it will not fall down in the chair. Okay. Here's a stamp set. It's called Christmas Crowd. And it is just the cutest thing ever. Look at this little group of Christmas people to color. Family and friends are the best part of Christmas. Christmas greetings from the gang. Here's a merry little hello. And may this Christmas be the best ever for you. Love. Totally adorable. Okie doke. We have okay, you're going to really like this. You know, do you guys have the rectangle stitch shapes where when you cut it out, it leaves a stitch on the bigger part of the panel and as well as the die cut portion? Well, here is the So Many Stars set. Okay, you can see all of the images and the sentiments. I'll get close so you can just read them. I love this. A Holy Night. The stars are brightly shining. Love that one. Okay. Look at the dies, people. Look at the dies. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large stitched dies. You can see they've got a double row of dies. So that means the part that cuts out is going to be stitched and the part that's left over is going to be stitched. You've got a beautiful star flourish. and then some various shapes to go with. Love, 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 love. I'm already seeing ones that I'm doing the dance, you know, the please carry over, please carry over, please carry over dance. Okay, you ready? Have you guys figured out what I love? Do you guys know what I love? You know what I love more than almost anything is pines, right? Pine boughs, pine trees, pine cones. Well, it's almost as if Stampin' Up! Made this for me. May the spirit of peace gently fill your heart and home in this most wonderful time of year and season's greetings. Now, admittedly, I would prefer that to say Merry Christmas, but that's just me, so this will work for many, many folks. But look at the die set that goes with the beautiful boughs. Beautiful, beautiful boughs. I cannot wait to dive into this set. I just can't even tell you. A sentiment to cut out your sentiment, and then you've got pines and pine cones of various sizes. This right there. Yeah, dogs and horses are things I love, but not so much on cards. I really like cutting out and stamping pines and pine cones. I really, really do. Because that lets me get right in my wheelhouse with the rustic things and the collages and those kinds of things. So this is high on my list. Here's a wonderful little sentiment set called Itty Bitty Christmas. You can see all of the sentiments that come here. You see those? And then it has a die set that goes with it that doesn't seem to be related. This is mostly for shapes and texture. You got some snowflakes and some larger kind of stylized snowflakes all grouped together. And then you've got some berry boughs and a couple of individual snowflakes and boughs. So this will be fun just to make. This would work really well, I think, with that frosted paper that we just looked at with those pictures on it. That's just me, though. All right. If you like bells, we've got the Bells Are Ringing stamp set and the matching detailed bells dies. You've got, this is, I don't know if you can see, but there's two separate dies there. The inner detailed look, and then it cuts out the outer edge as well. So you can cut the solid bell and then cut a detail to put over the top. You've got a large one of those, a second smaller. You've got a round bell, and then you have a couple of various images. You've got a bow that cuts out that stamped bow, and you can see the round bell shapes, the various shapes that are supported there. See that? Hand bell is cut with that die. So this is fun. If you like bells, and who doesn't like bells? Certainly at Christmas everybody likes bells. You can cut them out. Someone asked me if there was a really cute set like we had last time. I can't remember the name of the set that they were comparing to, but I believe this is the answer to that question. Hashtag Elfie. This dude is adorable, really, really adorable. You got him standing on a gift. You've got him in a stocking, leaning against the North Pole, and the no peeking, the obligatory no peeking. Yeah, the handbell die looks like a bunny or somebody pointing their finger up like this. We're number one. All right. Let's see. This says, "May your Christmas be merry and full of delight, with a new year that's happy and healthy and bright." I like that. That's fun. Now this one is Yummy Christmas, and it coordinates with a die set from the annual catalog called, wait a minute, the Cuckoo. I think it's something Cuckoo. Just a second, I'll find it. So, if you bought that bundle, the Cuckoo bundle from the annual catalog, this will coordinate perfectly. Yes, it's from the Cuckoo Clock dies. This also matches the Cuckoo Clock dies in the annual catalog. All right, this one, however, cuts out a gingerbread house with a gingerbread cookie tree and some holly and some fun little sentiments to go with. Nice? Nice. There we go. My dog is sleeping. He's in the other room with his dad. He's gone to bed. He just can't do all of this. It's too much. All right, you guys like penguins? Are you penguin people? If you are, then Playful Penguins is probably going to be a stamp set on your list. This is fun. It's a distinctive set, so you'll be able to get lots of wonderful little texture just by stamping them out. And it's got some nice sentiments. Nothing warms the heart quite like a good friend, always by your side. It's a good friendship card for Christmas. All right. Oh, here we go. Here's another thing I really love. Mooses. I like mooses quite a bit, and Merry Moose fills the bill because it also has a punch. The Moose Punch. Are there dies with the penguins? No, there are not. To me, they are perfect fussy cutting penguins. They're easy peasy. All right, so this one has its punch that punches the moose, obviously. That's why they called it the Moose Punch, I probably think. All right, and you've got some Christmas trees, and you can put caps on the moose or caps on his raccoon friend. And you've got Merry Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Happiest of holidays. Enjoy the stillness of the season and have a cozy Christmas. Daisy is listening intently. That's good. She'll probably want to buy a bunch of these things, I'm guessing. So, on the list. Put this on the list and put it with the pine boughs. Perfect, peaceful pine boughs. All right, there's a couple of religious sets coming up next. We've got God's Peace and the Light and Peace set. You can see, I'll get it up where you can read. And then you have these. All right. I love that image. That's such a classic Christmas image. Really like that a lot. And then the second one is Light and Peace. Really pretty. This will be really nice for coloring. Nice. All right, here we go. Got the Everything Festive. These work with the nested labels dies, the stitched nested labels dies in the annual catalog. So you can cut out your sentiments here, and you've got some Halloween and some Christmas and some Valentine, New Year. So this is a nice sentiment set. Very good. Very good. Vargod. It's Vargod sentiment set. All right, now this is the one I was telling you about last time, one of the last times. This is the new reversible set. This is called Cup of Christmas. And you know what? We should just do this. Let's do this right quick. I want to see how this is going to do, okay? Now, this is dangerous. It's very dangerous. So, if it doesn't work... Whoa. Hang on. We have foliage in behind me. My box is falling off my chair. I had screwed up the center of gravity. Okay, there we go. Let's see. So you got 2 mugs. No, there's not a whole lot I didn't get. That's straight up. Okay, so you start out with one side down. Let's get a piece of cardstock. And we're going to see how this works. But I got to get some stuff out of the way. And let's do it in real red because, Christmas. Let's see how this goes. Now, if this doesn't work, we're just going to pretend like it's just how it is. So you start and you stamp one direction, like that. And it's a photopolymer, so I put my mat down. And then you clean it off. Let's see. And we'll turn it over like that. So I've just turned it upside down. And then let's see what we get. That's cool. And yeah, there's dies that go with that, and cut them out. How cool is that? I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Oh, that's awesome. That's going to be fun. Yeah. And then you've got one that has stripes on it. And it's kind of cool because the back of the catalog, or of the stamp case, shows you how to do the stamping. Let's see, I think that's the only one that does that. How fun. I love it. I love it. And we've got yum and enjoy, wishing you Christmas filled with love and happiness, sending you a cup of cheer, sweet Christmas wishes, comfort and joy. This is a fun set. What a cool idea, right? 2 stamps for the price of 1 stamp. That's awesome. Okay, where's the little cover? There we go. Sorry for that little detour, guys, but I wanted to see how that was going to work. And then you've got tags and detailed cups and the outlines and some candy canes. Parfait. Now we'll get this out the way before I have real red everywhere, because that's not hard to do. Alrighty, now part of what we've got some new masks. That's hard to say, really. Hard to say, really. All right, here we go. Now you could use these with embossing paste, or you can sponge. And you've got that kind of geometric flourishes and trees, my personal favorite, and dots, and then another geometric shape. So these are fun. I really like to sponge trees, so that's going to be something I do a lot of. I could see that one really going well with the moose set. I sure can. Okay, now here's a fun, if you guys like, if you're looking for a gift for somebody, I think this right here is going to be a fun one. This is the all-inclusive Joy of Giving tag kit. And it comes with everything. You've got a wonderful stamp set. You've got a Poppy Parade ink spot. And then as you get lower down, you have a cool tin that you can store your tags in, or your gift recipient can store their tags in. And then all of the goodies that you need to make your tags are right on the inside, including an acrylic block. This is a perfect gift for anybody who's even thinking they might like to stamp, or for anybody who thinks they know somebody who really ought to start stamping and having fun. Because at the end of it, not only have they got everything they need right when they open the box, but at the end of it, they've got gift tags all ready to go for Christmas, which is pretty cool. I like it. That one was a good one. Wonder who I will give that to. All right. Then we have another set. This is a project kit, so you have to purchase the stamp set separately. This is Christmas Countdown. And this is we're not even going to open this because I have some ideas about this. This is the Christmas Countdown. Well, we'll open it because you're here. Unless you're just bored to death, we're going to do this. Right. That's right. A new generation of stamping. This makes an advent calendar. And look at that. You don't even have to put the box together. It all comes just like this, ready to go, ready to decorate. And that's what you end up with. So bring your ink, bring your extra cardstock, buy the stamp set. And I'm thinking we might do a Facebook class with this. What do you think? I'll have to think that out. But I think that would be fun. We'll get it done here. We'll do it in September or October so that people can have their advent calendars ready. All right? Advent calendar. Yeah. Fill it with chocolate, people. Don't put goofy little toys in it. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate all the way. All right, here we go. Now, we have talked a little bit about snow globes. And here is the Still Scenes bundle. It's got the stamp set with some images to put inside your snow globe. And then the snow globe scenes, cut them out. So you've got some trees to cut out and put inside your globe, and a stag and a couple of bears and a little church and another little church. And it has with it available some snowflake sequins. Can you see how pretty those are? Very pretty. And then check these out. Then this is how they come in a box. These are snow globes. Literally snow globes. Well, not literally snow globes. They're the crafting version of literally snow globes. Let's take them apart. There we go. So they're plastic. Can you see that they're globy? They're globally. They're globally. And then this is an adhesive strip. So you could stamp your image and put you some sequins down and one of your die cuts, and then take that off and go right over the top, and you've got a snow globe shaker card. How many globes? You get 10 in a box. 10 in a box. All right. Now, just so you know, if you're thinking that I might have these in my embellishment shares, I will not. I do not believe I can get them to you safely. So these are you'll just have to buy a whole pack all for yourself. I'm sorry. But I don't think I can get them to you without them being smushed. All right, next up, you guys know the waterfront. Correct. Those aren't going to mail very well, Mary, but they would certainly be good for a hand-delivered card. Absolutely. Okay, you guys know the waterfront stamp set. How about the snowfront stamp set? Same idea, but you would have a frozen pond and some trees and snowy covered hills and a snow covered cabin. Fun. No sentiment, so this will be really good to go with another sentiment set like Itty Bitty Christmas, or the festive one we were just looking at, Everything Festive. So find your sentiment sets and pair it up with this snowfront set and make you some beautiful Christmas cards, or just winter cards even. All right, how about some apples and pumpkins? Here is Harvest Hellos. All right. It'll make a pumpkin, it'll make an apple. Really all you do is switch the stem, go the other direction. And you've got leaves and little vine doohas. And of course you've got a face. Great for teacher gifts to an A+ teacher. That's how I knew it was good for teacher gifts, not that I have any teachers to give gifts to. And you can make whole apples and half apples so that you can get your apple slices in, and you can cut them right out with your apple builder. Could also be called your pumpkin builder. Tendril. Thank you, Alicia. It's a tendril. Faith, do you mean hope I demonstrate a card with this or with Snowfront? So here's my goal, is to demonstrate a card with everything I've purchased between now and the end of the catalog. It's a big goal, but that's my goal. This is Harvest Hellos. It's in the same general area in your catalog as the Come Together set. All right. Obviously, it's kind of for fall. Duh. All right, here is, do you guys remember there was a celebration set, a couple of celebrations back, with these little chicken dudes and these little guys in here? Snowfront. You got it, Faith. I'll be making one with that soon then. Yes, ma'am. All right, so I just love these guys, okay? Yeah, I know. Now I don't have to waste time with that darn job thing. Shaw. All right, look at this little guy. I love him. A turkey for Thanksgiving. Perfect. Little trick-or-treat duck. These guys crack me up. Birds of a feather. Get it. Trust me. Wishing you a joyful Christmas from our little flock. Ah, so cute. All right, what do we got now? What have we got? Oh, here we go. Here's To Every Season, another sentiment set. All right. Mary Jethridge does like sleeping. That's the problem. But look at this one. It covers every season, hence the name. So we've got some Halloween bats, we've got some hearts and some snowflakes and some leaves. And look what else we got that goes with this. And it's bundled is the Every Season Punch Pack with little bitty ones. Can you see them? There, let me angle it a little bit. So you got a bat and a snowflake and a leaf and a heart. And they're little bitty. I mean, literally little bitty. Like, those little things are like a half an inch big, those little dies. All right? And they cut out the images in the stamp set to every season. There is a time. Okay, this is kind of a fun one. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I'm willing to play with it. This is a multi-step photopolymer set, and you can make some topiaries and some trees and some bushes, and just have some basic, may your day bloom with beauty and joy. Who doesn't like that kind of a sentiment? So this will be fun to make some potted trees and potted shrubs. Oops, I should put this back. See my handy punch holding device here? In the way. Who's in the way? I'm in the way? I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. Here's Wonderfully Wicked. Now, Mary, remember you were asking me about the spider embellishments. Yes, that would be good with the ink that puffs up. It sure would. You could put that on, and yeah, this right here, Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. Yep, you could put some snow on there and make it be very fun. This is the Wonderfully Wicked stamp set, and it has a die that goes with it, and there's only 2 dies in it. One cuts out the word wicked, and one cuts an adorable little spider. Now, how cute would he be out of some silver glimmer paper or black glimmer paper if you've still got some of that around? Fun. I like this. Like I said, I'm not a huge Halloween person, but I do like what's in our offerings this year. We're almost done, folks. Hang tight. Hang with me. Here's tags, tags, tags. We talked about the stamp set. We talked about the stamp set the last time we talked. Thank you, Jenna. And then here is the die set that goes with. So each of these stamps hook together. So you can stamp all 3 at once. And you've got Halloween or Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day. Oh, sorry, here we go. I'm going the wrong direction entirely. Halloween, Valentine's Day, and Christmas. And then the die set cuts those out 3 at a time. It looks more like a tick than a spider. Oh no. Well, those are scary too. I don't like ticks either, so tick or spider, it's all bad. Oh, I see what you're saying, Pam. Yes, jobs get in the way. That is true. Now I can say it's a gonya. I was afraid my big belly was sticking in the way. All right, so that's tags, tags, tags. Okay. Y'all, don't judge me. But this is one of my favorite stamp sets in the whole catalog. Are you ready? It's called Boo to You, and it's just too freaking cute. I'm sorry, it's just too freaking cute. Kathy, you are correct. Stampin' Up! Did an amazing job this year. I mean, it's not good. My credit card is not happy, but it's too fun. And this set right here kills me, especially when you add googly eyes in colors. Purple, green, yellow, and white. Now, really, how fun are the googly eyes? Yeah, I'm not kidding. They're too cute. You need this. Boo to You and googly eyes. And get ready to make some awesome Halloween cards. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. All right, and here is the last set that I have. Now, Stampin' Up! This year brought back the the stamp sets that give back. They call them, hang on a second, the Be a Difference Maker stamp sets. Okay, they're on the very back cover of the catalog on the inside. And this is the Nature's Beauty. And this is the set for this year's Make a Difference. And this set, every time one is sold, they'll provide $3 to mental health organizations around the country. So very, very pretty card stamp set. I like this one a lot. And it's handy that it's also a little bit philanthropic. All right. So the last thing I want to show you is just, there's a couple more sets for New Year's that I haven't gotten yet, but you'll see them when you get your catalog. But one of the new fun things are holiday rhinestones. I don't know about you guys, but I love me some rhinestones. I really do. I'm a very big fan. And these come in a ton of colors. Like, for example, you get Cherry Cobbler, Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, Pumpkin Pie, and Shaded Spruce in 4 different sizes. Aren't those pretty? I love these. It's like the Royal Peacock ones. I'm really a fan of the Royal Peacock rhinestones too. Yeah. Okay, and one more thing to show you. And hang on a second. Let me put this box down because it's wanting to fall and I'm just going to help it. Here we have metallic ink is back in copper, gold, and silver. Pretty. And there's ink refills as well. So these will be really, really cool to make New Year's cards, Christmas cards. Heck, with the copper and gold, I would make fall cards with these. Wouldn't these be pretty? Stamped leaves, and then use the gather together bundle and cut everything out. 5 packs of the rhinestones. Yes, ma'am. Go. You go, girl. And get some dimensionals at the same time. All right, that was a lot. And boy, it's taken an hour and 45 minutes to do it. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know, Mary, I don't know. I haven't even opened it. I just pulled them out of their outer wrapping. I haven't played with this at all. So I'll try to use this soon and give an update. How about that? Okay? All right, guys, I appreciate y'all very much. I will see you next Saturday. No telling what there will be. Watch for news of the shares and get signed up early and quick. All right, thanks, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.